Waiting for everything to get started up before I start talking too much. There we go, it started up. Alright, welcome back to the stream. There's a lot to update you guys on because I've done a lot, both off stream and on stream without mic going, because I hadn't really felt like talking for a while. So we finished the gardens. We completely finished the house officially. We have a garden over here, we have a garden over here. They all have bees, they have fire pits. There's a little nice walkway to go to the doors. Multiple entrances, all of the pathway and everything. We have the other garden that's already been done. We made this lovely concoction over here on stream without mic going, where we did the wall for our village. That's what the village wall is officially going to be like. I still have to finish off like the turrets there, the little towers there, but other than that, that's how the wall is going to be basically. So I got that set up. I still have to finish off those, and then I have to fill in the village, because as you saw, if you are on the no mic stream, I expanded it quite a bit. So there's quite a lot of space to fill in, and then I'm going to be decorating it by adding like trees and plants and all that, and kind of making it all fully filled in with nice decorations and stuff. Yeah, so that's what happened off stream for that, and then I also maxed out and named all of the current tools that we have going. I also made a new shovel so that I have a silk touch shovel as well as the one that's got fortune, because I needed to do that for the gardens, and I didn't want to keep using the silk touch pick to mine dirt since that was really annoying. So yeah, so now we have all of our named tools and our named bow and everything. We got some other stuff progressed on. The biggest thing that you probably saw on no mic streams that didn't make much sense was what I did off stream, because I was playing quite a bit off stream as well. And that is over here. Which I had to have a little bit of a tutorial to do, but I did end up doing it okay. Well, not a tutorial, my partner just like told me how to do it and walked me through how to do it. But down here, which is the mine we had in here, there was in fact a skeleton spawner that we found quite a while ago here, and while I was off stream I worked on optimizing it so that we have a little optimized spawner here where we can get XP and bones and arrows and all that really easily, which is nice because that's one of the things we use a lot. And then we just have a simple little setup, and there's a lot of open space around it because I've been mining a bunch of different of the underground blocks like stone, cobblestone, granite, diorite, all that, so that I can have them as supply in the chests in case I need them for builds or anything. So that's what I was doing. And then, other than that, there's not that much I did off stream. I tried to explore to find ice, so I went about like 4,000 blocks in that direction, still didn't find ice anywhere, which was kind of annoying, but I tried. So yeah, I went in that direction quite a few thousand blocks trying to find ice so that I could optimize the spawner, and it didn't work. I eventually just ended up buying ice off of a wandering trader. One of the wandering traders that spawned finally had blue ice as a trade, so I bought it off of that. And then I put that in there to optimize the spawner some more. I'm thinking what I want to do today is try to go back to the village that we found really far away that's supposed to have the stronghold underneath it and see if we can find the stronghold. I don't want to go to the end right now, but I do want to know like where the stronghold is and kind of explore that and get maybe some mining done, or like get through like the chests in it and stuff, or maybe collect some of the bookshelves if there's a library room, because the bookshelves would be useful. So all that sort of stuff. Speaking of which, I do want to have a silk touch axe as well. I need to see if I can get silk touch on an axe as well. I was thinking I wanted a silk touch axe too. We did get a few more diamonds when we were mining. When I was mining off stream and on stream, I've been finding quite a bit more supplies for like. So when I'm off stream, I try to do things that are specific to being able to do without needing to update you guys about. And one of the biggest things I've been doing is just mining a bunch. So I did find quite a bit of caves and quite a bit of diamonds when I was off stream mining, which was nice. I don't really want sharp 3. I guess we'll do thorns just to see what else we can get. Bane of arthropods, no thanks. Just enchanting simple things for books while I'm trying to reset the breaking 3 efficiency 4. Alright, I'll take that for a start. Then I also need I think sharpness, silk touch, mending, efficiency 4 to be able to fully get everything on it. So I'm probably gonna have to go buy a another axe from the village. I don't think I need any of these, so I'll unenchant that, disenchant that. Do I have anything useful in here to use? If I do get it decent, I'm gonna put looting instead of fortune on it, since it's going to be silk touch, so I don't need fortune, and then I can use it for killing things to get some looting, whenever I have to kill things without whenever I have to kill things without using flame. Trying to see if any of these books are useful. Hey, welcome back. How are you doing today? I don't have any useful books, so I think I still do have one extra axe in here, though. I do. What is it? Breaking smite 4 efficiency 4. I don't really want smite on an axe, so I'll disenchant that. That's good. Glad you're well. But yeah, there was a bunch that happened off stream and on stream lately that I just wasn't really feeling like talking through. Ooh, perfect actually. Oh, actually really perfect. Okay, I will take that. I might need one more axe just to get sharp or something on. That'd be decent, especially if you're if you end up living within a range that you can still. I need emeralds. Especially if you end up living within a range that the farms will still grow fairly steadily. Like if you need to use the farms, you might have to be within a close enough range to it so that they'll still be growing or producing or whatever while you're not right there on the island. But that'd be pretty cool, yeah. There was other stuff I was going to update you guys on today too, and I don't remember most of it, because my brain's really fizzy lately. Since today is mental health day, I usually should update about, like, what's going on with, all of my mental health, but my mental health is a bit of a mess, so. That's cool. Yeah, I mean, it's perfectly fine, like, as a spot to like, store things or whatever to use for arms. Hey, are you the weaponsmith? No, the armor. Where's my weaponsmith? Right here, I think. I need a couple axes for enchanting things. I think I'm also gonna buy some XP bottles off of the... We have a ton of space to have to decorate now because of the fact that I expanded this so bad. I'm gonna buy some XP bottles off of, thank you. yeah, I ended up making this a really big area for the village, so that I can add quite a few more builds and then decorate it quite intensely and have plenty of villagers for everything. Like, for example, the biggest reason I want more builds is for the fact that I have things like this right here, where I have all of the lecterns out in the open. I want to have them to have their own, I want them to have their own house. Yeah, I'm gonna mostly leave them running around. I quite like the kind of openness and the village concept of it, but like I was mentioning there, I'm gonna be setting up so that each like block type for their jobs has its own specific place, so that for the most part I can find them where I need them to be. Like, for example, how the cleric has his own little church house there, so that I can find them whenever I need to, instead of having to search through the whole village for specific villagers. So I'm going to be adding enough builds that they'll kind of have their own places and things that they belong to. I like the idea of them just kind of being around out and about. I know a lot of people prefer putting them in specific sorting and stuff, but I actually kind of like the just village concept where I just have to hunt them down to get those stuff. And since they tend to stick to their job stations, if I set it up so that their job stations are in specific places, I can find them for the most part. So, eventually. I don't want Bane of Arthropods, what the heck? Guess I'll do Sharp 2, I don't know. But I already have Efficiency 4. No, I don't actually. Efficiency 4 I do need. Okay, let's disenchant the Sharp 2. Yeah, I don't like Bane of Arthropods for literally anything ever. That and Smite. I know a lot of people find use in Smite, but I don't particularly like having it. I need a Sharp 4 on this one. Like, I know Smite has a use. I just prefer it to not have it. Speaking of which, it gives me Smite again. Especially because I'm pretty sure for most things you can only have just Smite or just Sharpness, right? I don't remember the rules for that. Hey, welcome to the stream. How are you today? Did they change that? Is it just Smite or just Sharpness still? Because I know it used to only be just Smite or just Sharpness. Yeah, okay. I was gonna say, I didn't know if they changed it because I know they changed a lot of the enchantment rules. So I didn't know for sure. Well, I guess they didn't change that many of the enchantment rules, but they changed so many things in the game that sometimes I just, like, second guess myself of what I know or what I don't know. And as you know, I don't know that much about the game anyways. I'm learning a lot of new things over time. I really just want Sharp. Why can't I get Sharp 4? Yeah, you have to have separate weapons or whatever to have Sharp and to have Sharp and to have Smite. I have two separate pickaxes. I can show you in a second. I'm just putting this stuff away. I have two separate pickaxes right now. I have a Silk Touch and a regular. So my regular pick that I use for just about everything is Efficiency 5, Fortune 3, Unbreaking 3, Mending. And then my Silk Touch, I have Efficiency 5, Silk Touch, Unbreaking 3, Mending. Yeah, I didn't know that. I guess that makes sense, considering it always seemed like hard mode spawned more, but I guess it depends on, like, how lit up the area is, too. But I imagine to balance it out, since they do so much worse damage in hard mode compared to normal, so they probably have to make the spawns a little lower on hard mode to make it a little less unbalanced. So yeah, I can go over the, like, enchantments on everything. So, like, my axe that I use all the time is Sharp 5, Unbreaking 3, Fortune 3, Efficiency 5, Mending. I have my sword, which is Sharp 5, Unbreaking 3, Fire Aspect 2, Looting 3, Mending. And then I have my two shovels. And then I have my Yeah, I ended up, the reason why I have sharp on my axe is because it gave me it as an enchant with the fortune originally, and the only reason I made it sharp 5 instead of sharp 4 was just me wanting to max out everything on it. Like, I had 80 levels, so I just kind of maxed out everything on what I had at the time. Speaking of which, I do have to go back to my mob farm to get some levels, because I do use the axe to fight to kill peaceful mobs once in a while, because the sword that I have has fire aspect, and if I want to trade anything with the villagers, I need raw meat instead of cooked meat, so I will use the axe to kill them once in a while. The only reason I have fortune on it as well is because fortune helps increase the drops for leaves if I ever need to break leaves to get extra saplings or stuff. So when I'm trying to get more saplings, I do have fortune on it. I'm just kind of maxing out things that I can get, because I did at one point have like 80 levels to use, so I just kind of was wasting them on using things to max out and things. Which the reason that I'm making another axe right now is because I need a silk touch axe, so I don't have to keep using a pickaxe to break things that an axe would need to break. And just because out of habit I want to have a silk touch tool for everything, so I'm trying to make a maxed out axe similar to the one that I have right now that ends up having silk touch instead, which will probably actually have fortune as well, because my axe that I have right now had not fortune, looting as well, because this one has fortune. So I'm just kind of making everything that I can with things since I have the levels. But, well, I don't have the levels now, but I did have the levels originally. On Bedrock Edition, I'm not really sure. I don't know that much about automated mob farms and things like that. I don't know very good on, like, I'm not very good on keeping up with making mob farms. This is currently my mob farm, and it's based off of a spawner. There's a spawner right through here, so that's all I use. I usually just base off spawners rather than building the big mob farms, XP farms. And yeah, what about the, yeah, my little crafting and inventory thing? I know that's a setting I can turn off. I just leave it because it doesn't bug me. Puppy dog, what are you doing? You're out of sight and I don't like it. But yeah, the reason why I have so many kind of useless enchants on things is just because I had a ton of levels, so I've just been messing with it. I can't use... the only thing that's bugging me is I might have to make a new bow eventually, because it's bothering me that I can't have or don't have infinity on it. I physically can't put infinity on it now because of the fact that it already has mending on it, so that's a little annoying. I tried putting infinity on it both in book form and on a different bow to add to it, and it just won't let me, so I might have to make a brand new bow eventually when I have the extra levels and time and just work through getting a fully maxed out bow again, and then having one that's maxed out with infinity and mending instead of just mending. And no, I won't be putting punch on my bow. I cannot stand punch as an enchant. It drives me nuts. So, same thing with knockback. Yeah, you can use mending and unbreaking for things like shears and I think flint and steel as well. Which eventually, yeah, I guess I will make a shear that has mending and unbreaking, but there's not really any reason for me to have it. I'm just kind of, as I have levels, making things that make no sense just to have way too overpowered of things. Same reason why I have a fortune diamond hoe, just because it helps with getting more farm stuff, and I was like, I have the levels, why not? So, but of course, because I had the levels, why not? Now I'm pretty low on levels because I was at like level 80 and went down to level 1 using a bunch of stuff, so. But yeah, I just kind of enchant things because I like the chance of enchanting things and stuff like that, but yeah, that's really cool to be able to connect multiple of the mob spawners together. I've only been able to find 2 mob spawners in this world so far. This one and then a spider one over in the mine that's way far over, that's a mine shaft. And I'm not really good with optimizing spider ones, and they're really annoying to optimize since they can climb and stick to walls and all that. So I just optimized this skeleton one to have as an XP and skeleton farm, especially since I use bones for bone meal a lot and stuff like that, so now I have a pretty constant source of bones. And then I just every so often will burn all these damn extra bows because I don't need them. So I'll burn all these extra bows and a lot of this extra armor every once in a while. Oh yeah, there's a bunch of netherite stuff I'll have to do eventually too. I haven't even thought about netherite. I forgot that's a thing. I'm like maxing all this out and I forgot I also will have to eventually turn them to netherite too. What I do need to do is empty my inventory and burn a bunch of that stuff, because there's a lot of it crowding. Let me just empty my inventory into a chest. And I'll probably eventually set up an XP. I'll probably eventually set up an XP and item farm in the end after I defeat the end dragon for using Enderman for XP, because that's one of the most efficient ways to really do it in this version, or in any version really, because they give you so much XP. But I still haven't made it to the end yet. I have all this maxed out stuff and I still haven't made it to the end yet because I get to I still haven't done that because I get too focused on my builds. Yeah, I do want my mending bow. Oh, I just threw my flint and steel in there. Whoopsies. Guess I'm gonna make a different one because I'm not picking all that stuff back up. Do I have another flint in here? No, but I can get one real quick. Where's my fortune one? I do want mending, but you can do infinity and mending. You just have to have infinity on it before you do mending. And this bow, I didn't have infinity on it before I put mending on it because I was using it so often that I just put mending on it. I need gravel. Where's some gravel? So, my old bow that I had infinity and mending though. The bow that I had in this world. The last bow that I had in this world that I was using consistently had both infinity and mending. It's just the order of things that I had to put it on. Like, I don't know if it was technically supposed to be possible, but I had infinity and mending. Literally, you can go back in my VODs. I have it. But this is a different bow because I lost the old bow in the nether to burning. And it's not an older version that I had it. I genuinely did have that on a newer version of the world. Yeah, I guess I'll just have to pick up my flint and steel because I'm not going to find one. Ay. Where's the flint and steel? There it is. I don't know how far back in the VODs it was that I had it, but I know I had it. And it's probably on the VODs channel somewhere. Oh, dog. My dog's drinking water right now. Sorry, I usually forget how sensitive this microphone is. She's like across the room drinking water and it's still picking it up because she, A, drinks very loud, and B, the microphone's really sensitive. Speaking of dogs, I do get to babysit a different dog on Saturday, which will be really cool. I got to see one of my friends again for the first time in a really long time, and I was able to meet his puppy that he has, which is a Mastiff Boxer mix. She's very cute, but she's already Nixie's size, my dog's size, and she's only 4 months old, and that's like huge for that age, because Nixie is about 60 pounds right now, and the dog that I went to visit was 4 months old, and she was already almost 60 pounds and larger height-wise than Nixie, so that's insane. And she's going to have she's going to be easily double that size. I'm thinking because of the fact that she has quite a few more months of growing to do. So that's pretty crazy. She's really cute though, and she's really sweet. And my friend needs someone to babysit her for him this coming weekend because he is going somewhere for the day and he doesn't like leaving her alone for that long. And I offered to because A, I want to get out of the house, and B, I really like seeing dogs. So I was like, yep, I'll go do it. And my partner will watch Nixie for me at home because he doesn't, my friend doesn't mind if I have Nixie at his house, but she hasn't met the other dog yet, so I don't want to just bring her to the house when I have to babysit the other dog, and I want to wait until a normal time to introduce them where they can have a little bit of shorter interaction and a little bit of space, because Nixie does need kind of space to be able to get used to things. But yeah, I'll be babysitting that dog this weekend. And then I don't know what else I'll be doing this weekend. I also don't know what the stream schedule will be like this week. I know we always have the guaranteed Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Other than that, I don't know. I'll probably end up getting on at least Tuesday or Thursday. As far as building that village stuff, I'll probably do that no mic because I prefer to focus on things when I have my mic muted, so that'll probably be a Tuesday or a Thursday stream since I don't like doing no mic on Wednesdays or Fridays. So I'm not sure what the schedule will be like for the week, honestly. I don't really have anything planned really heavily. Oh geez, that's not good. Nixie is currently just kind of messing with stuff in the house, per her usual. I think she's trying to destroy her bed. But Nixie's birthday is on the same day as Christmas, so she's going to be extra spoiled on Christmas because she has her birthday and the holiday. Speaking of which, I need to work extra later to do Christmas money stuff. Ugh. But yeah, since it is mental health day, or like our mental health day for the channel, as far as my mental health goes, I am still on the same doses that they put me on when they upped the doses for my meds. Nothing tends to be really getting better or changing. My mental health was a little better yesterday because I got to see my friend for the first time in a while, and like him and I are really close, and we just like talked about a bunch of random stuff, and I got to see the dog that he has for a while, and just kind of relaxed and talked for ages, and there's not many people that I can really intensely talk with openly, so it was nice to have that kind of situation. And you're like, and I know you're probably thinking like, oh, what about your partner? And it's like, yeah, that's a really long story that I'm not getting into, but no, I don't really particularly talk that intensely and openly with my partner, so yeah. But my partner was gone for most of the weekend. So when I was leaving yesterday to do some errands, I asked if I could go visit my friend if I was able to, and he was like, sure, whatever. So he stayed home with the dog, and I did some errands and then visited my friend for a while last night. Because Saturday he did some early work in the morning and then came home for an hour or two and then left to his friend's house, and then he didn't come home until Sunday afternoon. So yeah. Yeah, it's fine for you to ask. I am on 2 different medications right now. I am on a stimulant and an antidepressant anti-anxiety. The technical names are Adderall and Lexapro, which I'm sure some of you are familiar with. I am not on the actual name brand of either of the two, so I'm not actually on Adderall or Lexapro. I'm on like the off brand of it, because insurance doesn't like to give me name brand meds, and also Adderall is in a shortage right now because of a lot of issues with production, so there's not many like actual name brand Adderall that they prescribe right now. And as of right now, I'm on 20 milligrams of the Adderall equivalent and 15 milligrams of the Lexapro equivalent. I started off at 5 milligrams and at 10 milligrams, 10 milligrams of Adderall, 5 milligrams of Lexapro, and they've just been slowly upping it to try to find something that works. So yeah, that's what I'm on right now, and then I have a few vitamins that I take, which I do need to actually get more magnesium because I'm out of magnesium. And yeah, the reasoning for that is currently my clinical diagnoses are depression, anxiety, ADHD, and PTSD, all the lovely short-term words, and currently working on a diagnosis for borderline personality disorder, and I am in referral for a specialist for autism diagnosis. So yeah, a lot of things going on mentally. I'm not on any medications for my physical disabilities and physical issues, even though those are supposed to be worked through, because it's really hard for me to find doctors for my insurance, and also because most of the doctors I go to are pretty kind of ignorant about things. Not trying to act like I know everything, but I end up with a lot of doctors that think that I can't possibly have disabilities or be feeling in pain or sick because I'm so young, that sort of mentality, because I'm 20. So a lot of the doctors will be like, you can't possibly be disabled or chronically ill, you're only 20. And I'm like, I am in pain every day, so I don't know what you're going on about. But yeah, as far as those, I have like a POTS condition going on where my heart rate and my the way that my blood circulation is pretty messed up, and that I have to treat that with using like a higher salt intake, more electrolytes, making sure I stay hydrated, wearing compression socks, stuff like that. Would you stop biting me, puppy dog? And yeah, so that's kind of the overall. I also have pretty steady migraines, which you'll probably hear me mention if you're around on the channel for long. Usually I have pretty steady migraines, which is usually what makes me mute my mic for a while or go back to kind of being quiet, because when my migraines are pretty bad, it's hard for my brain to focus, and it's hard for me to keep talking on the same topic since my brain just kind of feels like it's like exploding. And I use a non-medication treatment for my migraines called Cephaly, which is like a electrode thing that you put on your forehead, and it does a treatment for 20 minutes or an hour depending on what you do. I'm supposed to do 20 minutes every night, but I haven't been doing it in a while, so my migraines are pretty freaking bad again. But yeah, that's the general gist of everything going on for that. And because of the borderline personality disorder, my mood goes kind of all over the place, so when I'm talking about my mental health, it's kind of everywhere. And I kind of just usually talk about everything and anything because my brain is pretty unfocused on everything. So we'll usually, on streams like this, we'll start off on one topic and end up on like 20 other topics, because that's just what my brain wants to do. And that's why this world has a lot of random progress, like the fact that it took me almost 30 episodes of streaming to have a completed house, or actually over 30 episodes of streaming to have a completed house, but many episodes of and hours of playing this world before I had a house started. And the fact that I have all this intensely enchanted gear, full diamond, and I still haven't gone to the end, and I avoid the nether like the plague, and the fact that I had an entire hand-built village before I had a house, and like, yeah, everything progresses very weird because of my ADHD and like what my brain wants to focus on when I'm focusing. My brain kind of picks and chooses on what it can handle focusing on at the time, so it usually results in some interesting progressions and kind of all over the place progressions, instead of actually keeping things on a more linear scale of like, I get this done, then I get this done. I do want to go to the end soon and defeat the end dragon. I haven't really been avoiding it because I'm like scared of it. I'm actually less scared of the end than I am of the nether. I'm absolutely terrified of the nether because of all the new updates and how horrible it is. I've died in there so many times. But I'm not really that scared of the end. I just haven't bothered to go there yet because I'm usually focused on doing builds and collecting things. Today I actually do want to go find the stronghold and explore it, which is why I'm making my silk touch axe, because I need to get the bookshelves from the library if there's a library in the stronghold, and I don't want to use like a pickaxe or a shovel to mine them because that's the only silk touch tools I have. So that's why I'm making a maxed out silk touch axe. Again, my ADHD. Because, you know, a normal person would just be like, oh, I'm going to the stronghold and go to the stronghold. I'm like, I'm going to the stronghold, so therefore I want to get bookshelves if there's bookshelves in the stronghold, so therefore I need a silk touch tool that works to get the bookshelves, so therefore I need to make a silk touch axe, but if I want an axe, I want it to be maxed out, so then I have to max out said axe with silk touch So then I have to use a bunch of levels, and because I'm using a bunch of levels, I have to go back and mob farm for a while, so yeah. Oh, interesting. Yeah, I actually used to work with set seeds. I quite like using set seeds once in a while, like looking up a seed in particular and finding one that I like and going to it. But I haven't used one in quite a while. This is a randomized seed. I don't find anything wrong with using a set seed, like finding a seed that you like and using it, to be honest. That's what I used to always do. That used to be the only way that I would play, was I would find a seed. Especially, Nixie. Couch. Stop trying to bite me. Hey. No biting things. Like, especially when I used to play in PS3 in the older version, you kind of had to look for set seeds because of the fact that you would get so unbalanced of worlds and they weren't unlimited worlds. So, like, if you really wanted to have, like, a jungle temple and stuff like that, you really would have to look up a seed for it, to be honest, because it was such a low spawn rate to get it. So I used to always look up, like, seeds that had, like, jungle spawners or seeds that had, like, a bunch of mob spawners and stuff like that. I never really ever used the coordinates for them. I would just, like, put the seed in and then find it myself. But even if you do use the coords, I don't really find it particularly... I don't think it's, like, a cheaty thing. I think it's just something that is, like, a personal preference for how you want to play your world. I definitely used to use them a lot more. I just didn't bother with this because I haven't found any newer set seeds. And I prefer to just kind of mess around and find things that I like in worlds now. I definitely used to prefer using a lot of shortcuts in worlds, and now I'm not as much a shortcut person. I was saying the other day, when I was talking to my partner, I really wish I still remembered a lot of the commands. Back when I was playing pretty consistently on PC and on PS3, I used to know, well, more so on PC, on a laptop actually. I used to know a ton of the different commands for command blocks by heart, because I used to use command blocks absolutely all the time. So I used to know a lot of those different commands you could do for cool things, and all of the different, like, codes for things and all that. I used to know all of those by heart, and item numbers and all that, but I don't anymore, because I haven't used them in a very long time, and you can't really use them on things like Bedrock on, like, console edition unless you want to get cheaty with it. I did actually have command blocks on my PS3 at one point in time, because my little brother was the one that had it at the time, and he was jailbreaking the PS3 and also messing with a bunch of cheaty stuff, and he was spawning in some command blocks and things like that. We actually had a really cool world where we had a full minigame based world that we had built from scratch that was really command block based for a lot of things. But I used to know a lot of the commands for everything. It was really cool. The command block world we had on the PS3 was really intense because of the fact that there was so much stuff he had added in from all of the cheating stuff that he had gotten, and then we built a bunch of stuff. Like, we had, like, a couple different hide and seek maps that we had built, one of which was using a village, and then there was a couple other we built by hand. We had, like, a murder mystery game. We had a bunch of different just mini games that we could play. We had, like, Sky Wars and stuff as well. We had a bunch of mini games that we could play that we had built by hand, and we could always reset them because the PS3 always had the lovely version where you could exit without saving. As long as you had autosave turned off, you could just exit without saving. So, like, we could play a menu game, and then instead of having to reset everything by hand, we could just exit without saving, and it'll bring it back to being reset, which is nice. But it was fun. We had a bunch of really cool stuff. I wish I would be able to show you guys that, but A, you can't stream from the PS3 without a capture card, and B, that world ended up getting deleted in one of the many times that he tried to do jailbreaking and messing around with all of his cheat stuff, and he had backed it up onto a flash drive, and then the flash drive had either gotten, like, cleared or he had corrupted it or something happened and he lost the world, basically. So that was not nice. We lost a lot of really good worlds from that, but it happens. He was always experimenting with things. I now currently have that PlayStation that has been jailbroken before, so it's very slow and very laggy and overheats easily, because it's been through a lot. We've had it for many years. I eventually do want to get my own PS4, because this PS4 is my partner's, but I don't have the money for something like that, so it'll be quite a ways down the road. And everyone's like, oh yeah, why are you needing your own separate PS4? Well, because I like to have backup of, if things happen, I like to have my own version of things instead of having to have it all on someone else's PlayStation. So yeah, it's the same concept of why people save money aside even if they're in a relationship, or have separate bank accounts even if they're in a relationship, because you like to have kind of that backup of, if something happens, you've got something of your own. So that sort of concept. But the puppy dog is currently chewing on the rope. As far as next week, talking ahead of time for next week for stream schedule, my next week's stream schedule will be a little messy, same thing with how last week's was, because this coming week is my partner's birthday, and I'm pretty sure at least. Is it this week or is it next week? Let me actually check my calendar, because I could be wrong on the weeks. I know the date of his birthday, I just don't know the weeks right now. Where are we? Yeah, this coming week is going to be, next week is going to be his birthday. I thought so, but I know the date of it, I just don't know what weeks we are in. So next Tuesday is his birthday, and he has Monday and Tuesday off from work. So I probably won't be streaming on Monday because I'm supposed to be like celebrating his birthday or whatever on Monday and Tuesday. So, but that's next week, so I'll talk about it more when I know a little bit more about it, like on Friday when I stream or whatever. But I don't know. He took 2 days off for his birthday. I don't know what we're doing for his birthday. I don't particularly have a preference or any thought process for it. I already got most of his presents ordered and they already were coming in. The other cool thing about this spawner though is because it's the whole glow squid thing. Oh, maybe she's itching. There we go. She was just itching. One of the cool things about this spawner is that because it's underground and we have glow squids now, I've noticed there have been glow squids that have been spawning once in a while in the water up there for the water elevator. And so they'll fall down and they'll die, and then I get some glow squid ink, which is useful for some things, so that's kind of cool. It's very rare that it happens. Now she's trying... Nixie. She's trying to get the tags on her own collar, so she's bouncing around with a double chin trying to get at the tags. With her nose like to her chest trying to get at the tags. You look silly, Goo. You look silly. What are you trying to do? Hi. I don't need face kisses. No, I don't need mouth kisses. I do not want mouth kisses. You can give me kisses anywhere but the mouth, okay? Yeah, I could have a glow squid farm, but I don't really think I need that much of it, to be honest, do I? I don't know what glow squid stuff is used for, really. I know you can use it on signs, but I don't know what else the uses are of it. I haven't really learned much about it. But hi, puppy dog. You're in my space. Ow, your claws are sharp. I really need to trim your nails again. I wish I had villagers for the books that I need so that I didn't have to keep doing this just to get what I need. We're close to it. All I need is sharp 4. I don't really need it, I just want it because... So the reason why I have like sharp 5 on things is because... and efficiency 5 on things is because physically for me, it genuinely bothers me to have the not maxed out version of it. So like if I have efficiency 4, I have to make it efficiency 5. Same thing with sharp 4. Even if I don't want sharp 4 on something, if I have it on it, I have to make it sharp 5. So because my silk touch has sharp 4, and I'm not going to disenchant that and try to get silk touch on its own, I have to get another sharp 4 so I have sharp 5. Like, it genuinely will bother me if I don't do that, which is why we're sitting here getting XP to do this, because I genuinely need that sharp 4 so it does not bother my brain. And that could be manifestation of OCD tendencies or whatever the heck you want to talk about, but it's my brain. It's how my brain works. I've kind of given up on trying to diagnose anything going on in my brain. I am set with enough diagnoses to want to scream, so I'm good. Because that's what ADHD, BPD, ADHD, BPD, depression, anxiety, PTSD, autism. That's 6 diagnoses. I think I'm good. I'm set. I don't want any more. I'm done. I don't even want 6, but that's just what happened. So I honestly still am genuinely surprised at how fast I got an ADHD diagnosis, because I've been fighting like hell to see an autism specialist to get an autism diagnosis, even though my parents both completely agree that I'm autistic, and for whatever reason they just didn't get me diagnosed as a child, which would have been a lot easier. And they both completely agree that I'm autistic, and all of the tests that I've done and all that over time, over the years, have been extremely on the autistic scale. And all of the research I've done and everything over many years has been extremely on the autistic scale for my entire life. And even though all of that, I've still been fighting like hell to try to get a diagnosis, because you can only get diagnosed if you're going to a specific specialist instead of just going to a regular psych person, and there's not many specialists in my area, and they usually have really long wait lists. So I've been trying to find a specialist that's not only covered by my insurance, but that I can actually get into, and it's been ages. But like I've been fighting like hell for that, and I thought it'd be similar for ADHD. But like the first visit with the psych person that I'm with right now, she immediately started asking questions about ADHD without even me mentioning any worry about ADHD, and she was like, yeah, I'm putting that on your diagnosis, you have ADHD. And I'm like, oh, all right. I guess that's fair. Like I guess I suspected that I had it, it wasn't really something that was really bugging me that bad, at least I thought, but from looking into a lot of things with my therapist, it's actually been one of the biggest reasons that I've been struggling so bad, besides like my borderline. So I didn't think it was bothering me that bad if I did have it, so I just never really thought about looking into it. But this like person started immediately asking questions about like my focus and how I have conversations with people and all that sort of stuff, and she's like, yeah, you have ADHD. And I was like, oh, okay, all right. And then she's like, I'm gonna try medicating you for that, because it seems like that's partial of the main reason that you're being so overwhelmed by things right now. And I was like, oh, okay, all right, whatever you say. But I only have this psych person until the end of the year, so I'm very nervous about how that's gonna go. I actually have to contact her and see if she wants to change meds again before she leaves, because once she leaves I don't have a psych person, and I can get refills but I can't get med changes, and they don't know when or if they'll be getting another psych person through that doctor's office, so I'll be pretty much on my own again. Gotta love it. I just need a little bit more XP so I can do a couple level 30 enchants. I don't want to spend ages in this XP farm like I've been doing, but it's kind of hard to get the levels I need. I'm hoping that it gets a little more. Does that increase? I don't think that increases XP. I'm probably just doing this for no reason. Yeah, that's what I thought. I'm kind of dumb. I was using looting thinking that it increases your experience, but it doesn't. It just increases the drops. Oh geez, I really have to check the mail later. We have like 3 packages. The rest of his birthday stuff just told me that it came in, and he said he had a package for his truck that came in. Hey, puppy dog. Another weird thing about, like, my mental health, I guess, and about how I am as a person is I have these really, like, up and downs as far as how I view myself and my self-confidence and stuff like that, which I guess is also a normal human experience, but, like, 9 times out of 10, I can't stand even looking in the mirror, which is a really bad body dysmorphia thing for me. And then every once in a while, that like 1 time out of 10, when I can look in the mirror, I just take a bunch of photos, because I just like want to have photos where I actually feel good. So I will go without taking photos of myself for months, and then, or like weeks or months, and then I'll just take like a dozen of them in one night or one moment. Hey, welcome back. How are you doing today? I'm doing alright, the puppy dog's doing alright, the cat's somewhere. I'm alive, so I guess I'm alright. I'm just rambling about random things today. Trying to get a little more XP so that I can get a maxed out axe, because another maxed out axe with Silk Touch instead of with Fortune, to use on bookshelves in the stronghold, because I want to go to the stronghold. And the reason that I need to have more levels is because I was just explaining this a little bit ago, but if I have something that's not maxed out, I absolutely need to max it out or it bugs me. So for example, like if I have sharp 4, I absolutely have to make it sharp 5 or it really bothers me. So because the Silk Touch axe that I got has sharp 4 on it, I'm trying to get another sharp 4 to be able to max it out. And I'm really struggling to get that, so I'm sitting here at my mob farm trying to get some XP so I can get sharp 4, hopefully. Minecraft's doing pretty good so far. We have a finished house, at least, finally. We have this little mob farm here based off a spawner so I can get XP and get some items. I'm going to be completing the village in the next few streams. I just, right now, want to go to the stronghold. I have pretty much maxed out tools. I have maxed out of my sword, axe, 2 different pickaxes, 2 different shovels, my bow, except my bow needs infinity, but it can't have infinity, and then I'm going to max out another axe to have a Silk Touch axe, and I named all of my tools as well when I was offline, or not offline. I think I named all my tools on stream, just on a muted mic stream, but I named all my tools and stuff as well, and I set up this so that it's a nice little mob spawner area. I had to have my partner help me figure out how to actually set this up because I'm not very good with it, but I did figure it out. And then I put up the walls around the village, which I'll show in a bit, and I don't remember what else I did, honestly. I've been playing on this world for so long. Oh, the mob farm stuff? Yeah, I've been meaning to. I just didn't know where the skeleton spawner was that I had found. I knew I found it, I just didn't know where it was. Of course I dropped my flint and steel. Why would I not drop my flint and steel? I just didn't remember where it was, so I had to find it again, and then once I found it, I had to ask my partner how to set it up, and he walked me through how to set it up, because I didn't want to go find a tutorial on how to set it up. We do have a spider one as well that's over in the mine shaft, but I don't think I can optimize that because spider ones are really annoying to optimize since they can climb on the walls and stuff, and I just don't want to deal with it. But I optimized this one so that I can have some XP and stuff. And yeah, that's currently what's going on. Bunch of things going on in the world. Today I'm going to the stronghold once I finally get this axe enchant that I need, and then I can max out the axe and go to the stronghold and get some stuff. I'm not really scared of going to the end. Like, I'm going to the end at some point soon-ish. I just haven't bothered because I'm so busy doing other builds and things. I don't know if I'll go to the end today. I don't think I would. I mean, most people use slow falling potions for the end now, which I haven't really used because I don't know the concept of them. But I'm pretty sure I can't make those if I wanted to because I don't have nether wart, and you need nether wart for most things for potions. I can't for the life of me find nether wart in the nether yet. I mean, I always interchangeably say end and nether on accident. So, I'll have to look up if I need nether wart for slow falling potions, but oh, that's awesome. I'm really glad to hear that. I'm glad that everything's been doing well. I'm always here to listen, and I quite like listening and talking about things and giving advice, so I'm really genuinely glad that that was helpful for you. And I am glad that things are going upwards and going to get better. It's a really good thing. That's awesome. That actually made my day for the day, so thank you. I'm glad that things are doing well, and I'm glad that I was able to be helpful. I was actually, I had to be advice person again recently for my friend that I just saw the other night. and he gets so mad at me because he's like, he was like hiding because I was telling him the truth, but it wasn't a truth that he wanted to hear, and it wasn't that great of a truth, because it's like about the fact that he makes really bad decisions when it comes to romance and stuff. And I was like, besides the fact that you, because he called himself a retard, sorry for the word language, I know it's not a particular word that I like, either, but he called himself a retard, and I was like, you're not exactly that, but you definitely make some pretty stupid decisions when it comes to your romance, because that's what we had been talking about. And he just like hid, and I'm like, you know, I'm right, and he's like, yeah, I'm hiding because you're right. Then I was getting cocky, and I was like, yeah, it does happen most of the time, you know, that's kind of why I'm here. But anyways, that's awesome. That's so awesome. Aw, like, I'm genuine, that warmed my heart. Thank you for telling me that, actually. I'm really glad that you're getting through things and that you're doing well. No, like, I'm like, aw, that really warmed my heart. That made my day. I haven't been having the best time lately, and that's really sweet. I'm really glad that I could help you through that. That's awesome. No. I'm like grinning like an idiot. That's awesome. I'm really glad, genuinely. That's like genuinely the whole reason that one of the biggest reasons that I've continued streaming is because I want to be kind of the comfort streamer for people that need a space to kind of have a comfort space and have advice or just kind of relax. That's why we do our Mondays are for mental health. And that's really awesome that was helpful. Like, if I just make that impact on even one person, I am happy with my life and with the world, so that's awesome. I'm really glad for you, and I hope that it gets better. I know things they're up and down suck. They're going to happen because that's how life is, but they really do suck, and I know it can get really demotivating to go through a bunch of like roller coasters when you're trying to go through something. But you got this. And I'm really glad that you're getting through things, and things are getting easier. I genuinely do care about like everyone that comes here and chats with me, even if they only chat once, even if they chat for a while, even if you follow, even if you don't follow. I genuinely do care about everyone that I interact with here, and I absolutely love to interact with all of you, so I really am glad that you were able to have some help through that. This is my little corner of the internet, and I love having all of you guys here. You guys help me a lot too, so I'm always happy to be able to return the favor. Because as much or as little as people know it, as you guys know it, me being able to stream and talk with you guys is actually quite helpful for me and for my mental health, so. Of course. I'm so glad that you're doing alright and that things helped out. And I hope you have a good rest of your day or night as well when you get off of the stream. You're always welcome to come and chat anytime, and you're always welcome to just kind of come and listen anytime. And I'm really glad that you're doing well. I hope that things get even better, because I know they can always get a little better too, so I hope it keeps getting better. It's so awesome. Like, genuinely, I'm so glad. Aw. You made my day, so you're helpful too. Genuinely, it has been really rough lately, and it made my day to know that you guys are actually, like, having some help from me existing and talking to you, which is nice. On another note, you guys are also quite helpful to me, so even just by relaxing here, not talking, even by every follow, even by just sitting here chatting about random things, it makes my day, and it makes my very quiet life a little bit easier to handle. So I really do love streaming, and I love being able to talk with everyone and interact and ramble about the random topics that are on my brain and all the different things that we do on stream. It's been a really good outlet for me, because I can't have therapy every day, and I can't, and I don't have very many people to talk to in my personal life, or very many friends, so being able to do this has been really nice, to be able to make some friends and talk to you guys and just ramble and like even the YouTube channel as well. I wanted to talk about the YouTube channel as well. The YouTube channel for VODs has been insanely doing well, way better than I would have ever expected. I thought it would have sat at like 0 subscribers and just sat there with no views, and that was fine because I just wanted some place for me to be able to save my VODs and have somewhere where they are, so that I can look back on this world and look back on the progress. And some of the videos have been going insane. Like, I'll have to reopen the channel. I was just looking at the channel the other day when I was scheduling, and the videos have been doing so much better than I thought they would ever do. And it just, like, it's crazy. It warms my heart. It's crazy to be able to see that I can make a little bit of a difference in this tiny little corner of the internet and have friends to interact with and have people that genuinely like to see what I have to say. Speaking of which, the VODs channel, which is linked below the main channel information, it does have all of the VODs on the Minecraft world back from episode 11 until now, although they are scheduled out quite a ways. So the most recent one that I uploaded was episode 35, and we're on episode 41 today, I believe. No, I'm really glad that you're alright. I'm genuinely glad that you're alright and you're still here with us. Like, you are very important. As much as it doesn't seem it, you are very important, and you matter, and you really can keep doing this. I am really proud of you. I'm glad that you're doing well and that you're figuring things out. And you can just keep taking it one step at a time. It doesn't have to be everything at once. So from here on, you can still just keep taking it one step at a time and working your way through what you need to work through and figuring it out bit by bit. And you've got this. You can do it. I have faith, and I know that you can get through this. It's not easy, but you can. The VODs channel does have the posts of photos of Nixie and of Lucy, the dog and the cat, if anyone wants to see them. But like, just right now it has like 6 subscribers, and most of my videos have been getting at least 10 views for the VODs, and it's just crazy. It's insane to be able to look back at that and see it actually do well, because I never really thought anyone would even really see it. I really like the idea of a VODs channel, to be honest. I'll be quiet while she's itching because you probably won't hear it very well over her. Whether you make it or not is completely up to you. I think there's a lot of interesting pros to it, and it's really easy to be able to move your VODs over. I thought you had to so I'm really new to Twitch, as you guys know, and I thought that you had to like download your videos and then upload them from what you download to be able to upload them to YouTube, which is why I didn't start until episode 11. I didn't start until like episode 11 on uploading VODs, because I thought that you had to download it, and I knew I didn't have enough space on my PC because my PC is very old and it has like absolutely tiny of space. But you don't actually need to download it. There's actually just an export feature from Twitch where you just log into your YouTube and then you hit export on your VODs in your video producer, and it'll export it right over to your channel, and then once it's uploaded on your channel, you can do whatever through YouTube. But that's awesome. That's really good for lower subscribers, to be honest, and I don't think 59 is very low, but I mean, like, the ratio of your best views to your subscribers is pretty insane. Like, for example, my personal channel, I feel the same, I get that. My personal channel, I have somewhere around 50 subscribers, I believe. Let me check. Yeah, I have 53 subscribers on my personal channel, which, again, I feel the same way. I'm like, I don't even know how I have 53 people that subscribed to me. But on that channel, my best video is my 876 views video right now, which was 2 years ago. And then I have a couple that are 200 or 300 views and a couple 100 view ones. And my channel views, my overall channel views is around 3,600. So, pretty crazy. Yeah, I do the same thing. I edit on my phone. I edit on my phone as well. The one that I use, since I have an iPhone, is Perfect Video. I've been using Perfect Video for ages. I really love the simplicity of it and the ease of using it, and even though there is a pro version that you could pay for, I've just been using the free version for ages, and I absolutely love it. It's really simple, and it is a little glitchy, and I know I can definitely get better, like CapCut and things like that, but I really just haven't bothered. I just prefer the simplicity of it. So I just kind of use that one. But yeah, I haven't used CapCut much. I did have it at one point, but the one that I use the most is just using Perfect Video. I also have Filmora. Filmora is good for making social media videos. I used it for some really cute videos I made in, like, for my relationship and for a couple of my friends for, like, their birthdays and stuff, because I am way too much of a really close friend, and I, like, always really overly spoil my friends for the birthdays as best I can. So when I didn't have the money to get them things, I was making them, like, really cute videos and really long, like, happy birthday messages and photos and stuff like that. So I would make, like, all these cut together videos with all the memories of them and talking about them and telling them, like, how important they are and stuff. So I use Filmora to do that. Honestly, I can probably tell you guys a lot about what I have of apps on my phone at some point, but I do have, my PC does have Streamlabs that I use, but I don't really use it that often. My PC is really awful, so I'm not really often on my PC. When I am on my PC, I'm doing work or just exporting stuff and working on the video producer of Twitch or of YouTube. So I don't have many things to do on my PC. To put in perspective of why I say my PC absolutely sucks, I'm pretty sure the storage it has is about 50 gigabytes. So yeah, it's tiny. It has about 50 gigabytes left. I'm pretty sure the total was, oh goodness, I don't remember. The total is very small. It was a very old PC. Yeah, thumbnails are quite difficult. I can tell you how I make mine, honestly. So for me, for thumbnails, I have an iPhone, so I don't know, as far as Android versus iOS, I don't know what's compatible. The app that I use the most for making my thumbnails is called Fonto. I can type it in the chat since I have my stream manager open. Fonto, spelled like that, is the app that I use for making thumbnails from my phone. And what you can do is you can use it to create a plain image, and you can customize the dimensions so that the dimensions are correct for a thumbnail. And the dimensions for YouTube thumbnails is 1280 by 720. I have that memorized because of how many times I've had to do it. But when you open it, you have this, like, little blank area, and then you create a plain image. I can probably actually make a tutorial for it at some point to put up on my VOD channel for anyone that needs help with it. But you can make a plain image with any color and set it to the dimensions you need, and then you can add images on top, and you can add text on top, and you can add decorations and stuff on top, and you can edit all the text. You can download different fonts to use. You can do a bunch of stuff like that. You can do all kinds of crazy stuff with it, and it's really easy to use and really simple, and you can do it on your phone, which is what I prefer, because I prefer the ability to actually move things around and stuff with my phone instead of using like a computer. Bye, thank you for tuning in. I hope to see you again soon. Thank you for the follow. I saw it pop up when I looked down to read your message. I hope you have a good rest of your day or night. But yeah, so I use that, and it's really cool. It works really well. I'll probably have to record a tutorial for it at some point. You can do a lot of really customized stuff with, so. I mean, hey, it's not really that bad to have staged videos, to be honest. A lot of YouTube videos are very staged, though. But yeah, there's a lot of really cool things you can do with that app that you use, that I use. I can probably go through all of my apps that I have for photo and video editing, because I have a lot of them, I have a handful of them that I stick to do all my stuff with, since I have absolutely loved video and photo editing before I even got into YouTube, but yeah. Understandable. That's a pretty common theme on video games and stuff, so it's really not that bad of, like, it's not like that's, like, the end of the world that it's staged like that or anything. But yeah, I love making video and photo editing. The reason why I got into Twitch was because I absolutely love making videos and stuff. I've had my personal YouTube channel since freaking, I was like 11, I think I was like 11 when I started uploading to that. I started uploading to it back in, I want to say 2013, which would have been right around when I was 11, turning 11, or, yeah, when I was 10, turning 11, 11 turning 11, back when I was 10 turning 11, and I've been making videos off and on since then, because I absolutely adore making videos, and I love editing videos and stuff. So it's one of my favorite things to do. I love making images. I love editing images. I actually have this game called High Rise that I play with a bunch of my friends, and I was editing images for their accounts there as well too, because I just love editing images and stuff. But yeah, understandable. That's the one thing I do like about the screen record on iPhone. I'm not an iPhone person, so like I'm not trying to like be like, oh, Apple's better. Objectively, I very much so think that Samsung is better. Samsung and Android systems are better than iPhone because of the just objective perspective of the objective perspective of specs and stuff. Genuinely, Android is better than iPhone, because, for example, if you compare newer phones, so something like the iPhone 14, iPhone 13, something like that, compared to something like the Samsung A23 or is it A23? It's A30 something, I think. A30, I'll have to look it up. There was a newer Samsung A series, basically. A53. So if you compare something like the iPhone 13 to the Samsung A53, which are both fairly new phones, they're both coming out recently, they're both fairly decent quality. Just comparing those objectively specs-wise, the Samsung has literally quadruple times the quality of camera. It has double the battery, if I remember correctly, as far as battery power, and it has a lot better of a processing speed. And price point wise, the Samsung is literally half the price of the iPhone 13. So you get I almost swore. Sorry, I'm trying to keep my filter of not swearing. You get an absolute heck ton better quality for a much lower price. And as much as I have always used iPhones, I definitely think that Samsung and Android phones objectively are much better for their price point, because iPhones and Apple products in general refuse to do better on processing and on battery. They refuse to do any better on processing and on battery and on camera quality. They're literally just using the same camera quality and continuing to make more phones, which is kind of dumb, in my opinion. I don't know why they're not. It's not like the technology doesn't exist to improve their phones. There's plenty of improvements. There's plenty of improvements they can make to their phones that they just aren't doing. I'd get it if it was like, oh, they're at the max of technology, but they're really not. I'm pretty sure most iPhones and iPads have like a max of like 12 megapixel camera, if I remember correctly. And that's really not that great. Like, my partner's phone has like a 32 megapixel camera, and the A53 I was looking at is like a 64 megapixel camera. Like, you don't... The technology exists, Apple just refused to use it. And as far as iPhones and iPads and stuff, they have absolutely terrible battery life for me personally and for what I've seen, and the lovely problem of overheating all the time. So it's like, but not to get on a ramble. But I always just say I have an iPhone because I have had an iPhone. I've had an iPhone back since iPhone 4s were brand new. I've always used Apple since then, so I haven't really ever switched over to Samsung because it's really annoying to transfer from the iOS system to Android system if you're trying to transfer all your stuff on your phone. So I've always just stuck with iOS because it's what I have and it's what I want to stick with for now. So, but as far as a new phone, if I ever am able to get a new phone, I'm definitely probably going to have to switch because I definitely don't want to spend that much money on a phone that's not that great. The reason why I was mentioning it is because I was actually just looking at a new phone since I've had this phone for quite a while, and there's a bunch of deals going on right now since it's, like all the Black Friday, Cyber Monday type of stuff. And if I switch over to Xfinity Mobile, which is what I have for Wi-Fi, I get an insanely better plan price for my cell phone, and I also get a crap ton of money off of a phone, like $500 off a phone, which means I can get that Samsung A53 for practically free, or I can get a iPhone for like a few $100s, and I really don't want to spend a few $100s on a new phone, so that's why I was kind of looking at everything about it, but it's a mess. I've never really had an iPad, so I don't really know how they work. I do like the size of them. I like tablet sizes. I've just never really had one, so I'm gonna go and hopefully max out this axe. But eventually I'll get a better PC and I'll Evidently, the person that last used the controller didn't plug it in, which might have been me and it might have been him, because it died way too soon, so it wasn't recharged the last time it was used, for whatever reason. Fair warning, there's quite a few lag spikes when I come back up to the surface like this after a while. It'll take it a while to load things in, so it lags quite a bit. Yeah, my PC's alright, but it's not good enough to stream from, so I haven't used it that much for streaming and stuff. But yeah, I got on a ramble because I like looking at specs of things and stuff like that, so I was interested in it, but it's all a mess, to be honest. I don't really want a new phone, I just was looking into it because of the fact of, that there was a bunch of deals going on to be able to get a new phone. I've had this one for a few years now, I think. I don't remember how long I've had it for, to be honest. My phone is an iPhone 8 Plus, so it's fairly old Thank you, finally, Sharp 4. It's pretty old as far as the system and stuff goes, but okay, let's add this all together. Hopefully we have enough levels to do so. Let's get a Sharp 5. Let's get efficiency on it. And I broke my anvil. And then let's make it efficiency 5. And then let's put looting on it. Oh, it won't let me put looting on it? Fair. I figured looting was probably a sword only. I thought you could put looting on axes, though. It probably won't let me since I have Silk Touch. That's probably why. Alright, that's fine. I don't need looting on it. I was just gonna throw it on it if I could. I have to go buy a mending book to use on it so that I have mending, because I want mending on anything that I'm using. And I don't have a mending book right now. So I need one book and some emeralds. We have quite a few emeralds, so I haven't been trading with the villagers very much because I don't need to replenish my emeralds when I have over 3 stacks of blocks of them. The other thing I need to do is use looting on wither skeletons and start getting some wither skulls. I think I got one, but I can't find it, so I think I actually lost it when I died to lava in the nether. But yeah. I don't have a preference for what type of platform for Minecraft, to be honest, but I haven't played very many of the Minecraft platforms that often. This is considered bedrock because it's on console, isn't it? I want to say it's considered bedrock. Of course I am too short on emeralds. Let's make some sticks and get some emeralds real quick because I'm 2 emeralds short. And now I'm not 2 emeralds short. Mending. I know I can make all these trades much cheaper if I turn them into zombie villagers and cured them, which I could do. I just don't really want to. It's too much effort. It's too much energy. I don't wanna. I have such a bad habit of not healing them correctly when I'm trying to heal them from being zombies, and I don't want to. It's too much energy. I mean, maybe if I ever optimize it, like set up specific spaces for them, I guess I could, but I don't want to. I'm used to just spending emeralds. I can get, like, for example, the 36 emeralds I spend on getting a mending book, I can get in one round of trading with the villagers just because of the fact that, I can trade all kinds of different, items, so I really just don't want to do it. Of course it's too expensive to name it. Well, I'm not going to name that axe yet, but I have it completed at least. We have a lot of tools. I can't wait till we get to the end and get a shulker so I can keep most of this extra stuff we keep in my inventory in a shulker box at all times. Anyways, now it's time to go find the stronghold. I'm not going to bring any of the I have Ender with me because I remember where it is, or at least I remember the general direction, and it's underneath the village, so I just have to go find the village. And I'm not going to go into the end. I'm going to get the items and stuff from the stronghold and to find the stronghold itself. So let's go on a trip. I only have technically another half hour of streaming, but we're gonna try to make it there in time, okay? Okay. Yeah, I know that it's pretty easy to, like, make them into zombie villagers and cure them. I just don't like to. It's a lot more energy than I want to put into my world, to be honest. Which is ironic, considering you'd think since I'm streaming I'd want to put a ton of energy into my world. But there's certain things I'll put a ton of energy into, and certain things I just would rather just put up with as they are. Like, right now, we have really good trades from one of the farmer villagers, because that's one of the original villagers that we cured. And then we have a lot of good trades from the fisherman villager, because that's one of the original villagers that we cured. And other than that, the rest are just kind of as is. The stronghold is somewhere in this direction. I probably should have brought an Eye of Ender so I could find it easier, but it's underneath a village that's close to the water, so I should be able to just boat in this direction and find the village, and then find the stronghold, I think. Pretty sure. So, in theory, I should be able to do that. I don't remember where it is, though. I just remember that there's a village. Wherever it is. So, hopefully somewhere where I can just get to it by boat. I remember it was in this general direction, though. What I really want to do is explore even further and try to find some of the biomes I haven't found yet, like jungle biomes, to get some cocoa beans and some birds, tame some birds, and like mangrove biome, whatever that is, and then maybe a swamp biome to try to find some of the flowers I like, and to find a black cat. Okay, this is definitely not the right direction. Please tell me I, like, wrote down the chords. I might have written down the chords, actually, in my phone, because I usually write down important chords in my phone for my worlds. Twitch world. Mineshaft. Negative 524, 68, 672. So it's in this direction. So it's like that way quite a ways, and that way quite a ways. No, that's not the right one. No, that's the cave that we found that has a mine shaft in it. That's not our cave for the stronghold. I must not have written down the village for the stronghold, I guess. I was gonna say that those chords are way too similar to my home coordinates. That's closer to my house. I really don't know where I'm going. I know the village was close to water, so I'm hoping if I just stay in the water, I'll find it. I should have brought an eye of ender. So, true or false, I'm not sure. My partner was saying that ruined portals have a chance of having, netherwort in the chests. And I don't know if that's actually true. I assume it might be true, because he usually knows more than I do, but I don't know if that's actually true. Because if so, I might want to just pillage and find a ton of, not pillage, run around and find a ton of, ruined portals to see if I can find the, netherwort that I need, because I haven't been able to find any in the nether so far, and I don't want to have to go find another different fortress in the nether. Yeah, I know they normally spawn under villages. In one of the past streams, when I was looking for the stronghold, I threw ender eye, and I found a village right where the ender eye stopped, and so I assumed it was just underneath the village, because typically if you find a village where it stops, it means it's under the village. Is that the village that I found, or is that a different one? I don't know. I'm going to it anyways. It's got the old school church. The old school church is still a part of new villages. If so, I'm definitely building one in my village. I don't recognize this village, though. It could have been the one that I went to. No, it isn't, because there's still hay bales, and I took the hay bales from mine. So this is a whole new village. Well, I guess I'll loot this village, and then I'll probably have to head all the way back home and grab ender eyes instead, because I definitely did not go in the right direction. I'm gonna sleep, and then I'll loot this village, and I guess I'll head back home. I would have taken that hay, so this isn't the village that I need. And there's no real way I can find, the stronghold without an ender eye if I lost where I was going. But oh well, we have a village we can loot at least. I didn't know the old school churches are still a part of new villages. I like the old school churches. Well, I mean, I guess it's the old school church. It's like a little different. If that's the case, I'm definitely going to, because this is the new school church. This is what we have. I'm definitely going to build an old school church. Then, I like the old school church ones. This just has like a crap ton of churches, this village. Whoa, this is different. This is like, oh, this is cool. It's a cool little house. I don't think I want to add it to my village, but it's a cool little house. Checking all of these houses for things that I might need. I'm not going to take the brewing stands. I have plenty of blaze rods to do my own brewing stands. I am going to take this bell, because I don't have one and I need one. This is what our well is going to be, the old school well. I am going to take these. Oh, that's funny. Little house down in the cave. I am going to take these hay bales. Hay bales are always useful. Is there anything in here? Nope. Ow. Rude. Hi, Lulu. What are you doing, kitty kitty? Chest. Nothing useful besides one emerald. I'm not even taking that stuff because I have it at home. I'm just checking for chests and things. There's a chest in this one. Nothing useful. Alright, well, that's all we can find in this village, I guess. I don't know if I want to keep traveling and wandering, or if I want to just go home and get an eye vendor and then find the village I need. Because I know that wasn't the village that I found that had the stronghold under it. And I don't know where the one that I found is from here, because I didn't write the coords down. I don't even know if I'm heading in the right direction to head home. I don't think I am. This is definitely the wrong direction to go home. I don't even remember what my home coordinates are, because I don't think I have them written down. Oh, I do. -67, 664. So I have to go all the way back this way. So let's vote. Well, I guess we're heading back home, and then I'll get some eye vendor, because I evidently completely forgot where the stronghold village was. Because I know it wasn't that one. So. But at least we found some stuff in that village. A bell is useful and the hay bales are useful. I could take the brewing stands, but I really don't want to because I have enough blaze rods to make my own and I don't feel like taking them. But I do need to find home. This is a dead end, isn't it? Yep. The one thing I do like about the updated boats is that you can actually break your boats to keep them. I remember when you only got like planks and sticks from them, and if you barely touched the edge of something with it, it'd crash and break. There's bees. I think if I go this way, I'll end up home. Like, follow this water. Ooh, that's a lot of cornflowers up there, but I have over a stack of cornflowers. I also haven't been able to find snow yet, but if I build up to the snow limit in the spruce biome that's near our house, I should be able to just get snow to spawn. So then I can just have it from height limit instead of from having to find a snow biome. We're almost home. I am kind of mad that I didn't get... in the new version, I'm not sure. I think it was something like -40, I want to say. Something in the -40s. I'm not sure. With the new version, I don't know. It always was 12. I always knew 12 was it, but now it's all confusing because there's such a wide range to mine them in. I think when I was researching it, it was something like -40 something, but I'm not sure. I could be wrong. I really don't remember it that well. In this version, it's better to cave for diamonds than it is to strip mine. In the old version, it was better to strip mine than to cave. In this version, it's better to cave. They're much more high spawned in caves than in... I'm going in the wrong direction. Oh yeah, that sounds about right. I'm going in the absolute wrong direction. I don't know where I'm going. This way. I'm just in like this massive ocean and completely lost. But yeah, in the new version, it's actually better to cave than it is to strip mine. You have a much better chance in caving than in strip mining. Weirdly enough. Turtle. Yeah, water caves are definitely probably the best way, but I hate water caves. But the only way that I've found diamonds in this world is by caving. Because there's such a wide range for diamonds to spawn in that it's really hard to find them from strip mining. I know, I hate that the door trick doesn't work. I watched other people do it and I tried it and I'm like, no, it doesn't work in this version. Ooh, the lag is gonna... Yeah, the lag's gonna be pretty bad because there's so much stuff that has to load back in because of my area. Yeah, I don't even bother with water caves, I just regular cave because I can't handle the fact that you just can't do any of the tricks to get air very well. It's ridiculous, I just drowned. Well, that was a bust. Oh, I already had a bell. I didn't think I had a bell. I must have found it from one of the other ones that I went to. Let's take these and let's make... Alright, well I'm not supposed to be streaming for much longer, but I really want to find the stronghold, so I guess I'm still gonna find the stronghold. If I have to exit and save at the stronghold, so be it. I was pretty sure it was in this direction. Yeah, it was. Of course the first one I throw breaks. I love that. That's why I made 8. Oh, you know what I think I did? I think last time what I did was walk by foot for most of it, and then I did boating, and that's where I messed up, because I thought I did mostly boating for this. Hey, welcome back. How are you doing today? I think I messed up because last time I did mostly by foot, and this time I did mostly by boat. Still this way. Give me it. Haha. Yeah, I'll have to get out of the boat and do it by foot so that I find the right trajectory to get to the spot I need. Understandable. It is a Monday. Mondays are tiring. I am, like, permanently tired lately for whatever reason. Partially lack of sleep and partially just I am permanently tired. Like, genuinely I am not sleeping very well, and then I sleep way too much during the day, and I start my stream way too late on accident. So, it's a whole mess. But other than that, I'm doing alright. I get to babysit a dog this weekend that isn't my dog. And I got to see a close friend that I haven't seen in a very long time that I very much so miss, and him and I talked about pretty much anything and everything very openly. He's the only person that I have that still talks to me that genuinely I can talk about anything with. And again, I've mentioned this before, I know most people would be like, why isn't that your partner? Well, that's a long story that I won't get into, so yeah. But yeah, I'm doing alright. Hopefully I'll be back to streaming decently well this week, since I don't have as much planned for the week as I did last week. For now, I'm going to stay to land. But I probably have to go back in the water, so I guess I'll go back in the water. Ooh, that's awesome. Happy almost birthday. I hope they have a good birthday. I'd ask how old you're training, but I feel like that's really intrusive, and I don't want to, like, be creepy. But I hope you have a good birthday. Do you have any plans for your birthday, or is it too far away to make plans for? Because I feel that either way. Like, I either make plans for things like 3 weeks in advance or the last second, and there's no in between. Goodness gracious, I am tired today. You mentioned being tired, and now my brain's like, yeah, we're tired. No, I'm not tired that bad. I slept way too much. I slept until like 12 something today instead of my normal 10 o'clock alarm. Oh, that's awesome. I hope that that works out good and that you get to spend some time with your friends. What is that light? I assume probably a lava pool. This way now. It's always best to be able to spend time with people that you care about for your birthday. It's always nice. For my birthday, there's the village I was talking about. That's the village that the stronghold's underneath. Or at least that's what I think the stronghold's underneath, because when I walked away from it, the ender pearl pointed, the ender eye pointed backwards, and when I was walking towards it, the ender pearl pointed towards it, so. Oh, that's awesome. I actually really want to get my nails done again, because as much as I don't like the sensory feeling of it, I actually really liked having them done. Like, I didn't like the sensory feeling of getting them done, but I liked the having them done, if that makes sense. But that's awesome. I'm glad that you get like a little birthday present. But yeah, like my birthday was a barbecue with a bunch of my family, so it was really nice. I mean, it was kind of sucky because of the fact that he got way too drunk, but you know, my partner got way too drunk, but that happens, so. Speaking of alcohol, I have alcohol somewhere too. I need to find it. So what I did was I started digging somewhere in this village to try to find the stronghold. And I don't remember where I started digging. Right here. And I ran into a water cave. And I didn't want to deal with it. Aw, I'm sorry. Well, you'll get a happy birthday from me, or whether I'm if I'm streaming close to it, you'll get an early happy birthday, and if it's the day I stream on, you'll get a birthday. When is I'm looking up what day it is. For me. It is a Friday. Yeah, I'll be streaming, so you're gonna get a happy birthday from me, so ha. Even if you don't stop in, I'm still gonna be like, happy birthday to this viewer. Even if they're not here, I'm still saying happy birthday. So yeah. I don't know, I'm just that person. I like giving people happy birthdays. I'm gonna try to mine down and see if I can find the stronghold, I think, because I think it's right under this village. But the problem is that water cave is in the way, and I don't want to look in that water cave. So I'm gonna have to try to do it, like, away from that cave, somehow. I guess I'll try mining over here or something. Like, right here, I guess. But I get that feeling. Like, even my partner, I didn't really get a happy birthday from this year, and I was, like, so sad about it, but I was like, nope, it's fine. I'll make my own birthday special. I'll have a good birthday. Ain't gonna let anybody get to me this year. I still let people get to me this year, but the idea was I wasn't gonna let people get to me this year. Nixie, relax. Hey. No, it is not that time of day, you know it. She thinks it's the time of day where he comes home, so she's barking at any car door noise, but it's not that time of day. That's cool. Hopefully you get to do something like that and celebrate a bit. What the heck is it with this water cave? Is the stronghold in it? I'm gonna drown in here. I have aqua... Oh, yep, there's the stronghold. I was gonna say I have aqua affinity, so I can at least look for a little while. Oh, right into the library, even. Alright. Cool. Well, I wanted a library, and I found it. So that's cool. We found the stronghold. I'm honestly just gonna break these with my sword. I don't really need to save them. Well, we have a silk axe to get these bookshelves with, so that we have some more bookshelves. Nixie, relax. because I'm going to build a library eventually, so I really want these bookshelves instead of just getting them as books, because then it takes up less space in my inventory than mining them without silk touch and getting books. And then I have bookshelves for the library build eventually. Now I need to actually write down the chords of the stronghold, since I didn't last time. Stronghold, negative 996, 34, 1780. There we go. Now I actually have the stronghold chords written down. Last time I didn't write them down when I found this. I'm actually really tempted to, so on another side note, I'm actually very, very, very tempted to cut my hair again, and I really want to, and it would be this really cool haircut that I had a really long time ago, that I really miss. The only side effect is that it will definitely piss off my partner, like, a lot, because he is very much so not a fan of the idea of me cutting my hair. But I really want to. I want change, and having my hair shorter helped with my dysmorphia and dysphoria and trying to feel like a little bit better about myself, but it didn't like fix it by any means. Granted, it's not going to fix it, but it helped a lot. And I don't know, I just want to try it out. It's been a while, so I'm really tempted to, and it's something that I can also do at home because I used to touch it up at home, so I know how to do it at home. It's like, so to best describe it, it's basically a 3/4 shave, and then like longer hair on top. So it's like the typical like guy's fade haircut, you know, but it's not like that because I have longer hair on the like top section. So basically you shave like all the way around your head, and then the top section, the top center section is longer hair that's layered out, because I don't know, I just really like that haircut. I had it a really long time ago. I'd have to find old photos to post about it, to like show people about it, to like show what I'm talking about, but I hope that your birthday ends up good, and I hope that you can celebrate it with friends. And even if you can't celebrate it with friends, like, celebrate it for yourself a little too, because it's good to take care of yourself and to let yourself have that little happy celebration, even if it doesn't feel like you should sometimes. You should. But yeah, I'm really tempted to do that. Sorry for the side talk about me, but my brain just was thinking about it because my hair was in my face and it's driving me nuts. But normally I do those type of haircuts like in the summertime, not in the wintertime, because normally I do them because I'm overheating from summer. So I'd actually be doing the opposite of helping myself since it's winter. So I guess I'll probably wait until closer to summertime to think about it consistently. But like I said, it's going to definitely piss off my partner, which is going to kind of suck. But at this point, with how much has been going on, I really could care less how much I piss him off. Which is another story for a different day. Ow, ow, ow. What's hitting me? Oh, skeletons. Bugger off. They're gonna die off of thorns. Yep. Gotta love it. I'm just walking through them. I don't really care. Ow! That wasn't nice. I really don't care. They can't do that much harm to me, so I'm just kind of letting them die off of thorns little by little. Or kill each other off from hitting each other. There's like a 99% chance I get lost in this stronghold. Also, I don't need this iron stuff or this apple, so I'm just putting this stuff away that I don't need. I'm definitely telling you a happy birthday. I will remember to tell you a happy birthday when I stream on that day, since I'll most likely be streaming on that day. I won't be streaming on the 6th and the 7th, or the 5th and the 6th, not the 6th and the 7th, because my partner's birthday is on the 6th, and he's taking a couple days off from work, and he probably will want me to spend time with him for those days. I want to find, is that the stronghold room? Or the portal room? It isn't. I'll take the iron. I don't need redstone that bad. Yeah, I know, you usually kind of chill quietly, so I'm just letting you vibe and listen if you want to be quiet. I don't mind if people just kind of vibe and don't talk, so I just kind of keep talking. That's nothing but a dead end. Mark it off. I try to mark off dead ends in this thing because I get lost very easily. That's awesome. I'm happy for you. You'll have a good birthday plan. That's awesome. There's the portal room. Well, we found the portal room, and I'll have to write down what the actual coords are for the portal room. It has 0 eyes, because that's just my luck. Are you alright? You're kind of like, I don't know what the dot dots mean. You're just vibing. Okay, let me write down the portal room. Portal. Negative 1005. 36. 1846. There we go. Now we have those written down. Now I'm gonna keep exploring to find some loot and stuff. Excuse me. Jeez, Goodness gracious, this is where I start getting lost very easily. Because everything is all spinning around in circles. I don't get why these have to be so complex. So this is a full-on dead end. This way. That's good. I understand that. A lot of my friends and I used to have off and on issues when I used to have friends in person. And a lot of those issues never really got resolved because I ended up being homeschooled, so I never had the chance to really talk through to resolve them. I hope you have a good time. And yeah, you mentioned that earlier. What are you talking about the... I know what they are. I know they're there, and I know I can turn them off. The crafting and inventory stuff. I just don't really bother because they don't bother me. If that's what you're talking about, is turning them off. I'm not sure. You mentioned it earlier, but you didn't finish what you were saying, so I don't know what you were trying to say about it. Well, these are all dead ends. So I can close this off, or block off the thing so I know it's all dead ends. Dead ends. Nixie, stop. That is the neighbor's door. They are allowed to open their door. Stop. Hush your mouth. Hush. Quiet. Sorry for that being loud in your guys' ears. She didn't look like she was gonna bark. She just like randomly barked. Normally I can mute her barks because I know when she has the look like she's about to bark, but she was like straight up sleeping and then just decided to jump up and roof. What I probably should do instead of using Fortune on those is using Silk Touch, so I just have the ores so that I don't take up so much space in my inventory, and then bringing them home and Fortuning them so that I can save space in my inventory instead of having multiple stacks of raw iron. I would have just a few pieces of iron ore. I need to make more torches. Yeah, ice bridges are really useful for travel. That would be pretty neat to use. Yeah, because it goes to your spawn or whatever, doesn't it? So it would be giving your spawn a better travel to your base or whatever. It'd be pretty cool. Yeah, that'd be pretty useful. And it'd be pretty cool of an idea to do. I haven't used ice bridges that much, but they're really useful for travel. I know like everyone uses them now, but I just never really got around to it. I think you technically can. There's like a glitch to get up through the bedrock. It's not the same as the one for Java, but there is a glitch to get up through it. Are you playing Bedrock or Java Edition? No, I know you can't break the bedrock, but I mean like you could, technically can't you glitch up above it and then make a portal above it? Yeah, but like what I mean is you could make a portal up above it to get back to the overworld to be able to have an effective way to get out of it wherever you get up. That's how people do a lot of spawners and stuff for the whatchamacallit, for the nether. Oh, it's not, doesn't let you place stuff up there anymore. Okay, understandable. This goes towards the stronghold room. Understandable. Yeah, I don't know much of the differences between the two, so I'm pretty uneducated about it. Well, that's just a big useless loop with nothing in it. Gotta love it. Alright, so we did all this. This is where we came from, I think. Yeah, this is where we came from. And this is officially empty, so we can block it off, actually. So, we can block that off. No, I haven't killed the wither in this game, or in this world. I'm not going to fight the dragon in easy mode. I'm not in easy mode, I don't think. I don't even think I'm in easy mode. I think I'm in normal. Okay, I'm pretty sure I explored like all of this section, so I'm pretty sure I can close this off. Or at least say that like put up one block so that I know that I explored it some. And then this way is to the portal room. So I can block that off, and then go this way, and then go this way. Make some milk planks for dropping. yeah, so I explored most of it, so I can go back up for now. Back up to the surface for now, and then at least I know where it is. And I'll probably make a, tower above where I build out to, so I know where it is from far away. No, I don't want water. I guess that's sort of helpful. I'll just place like planks so I can see where it is. Something like that. This is like right below a normal area, isn't it? Yeah, I haven't fought the Wither in this world. I've fought the Wither before in general, but I haven't fought it in this world, no. Alright. Let's place planks right here so we can see where the place we are is. Alright, and then let's just place a tower. So we can find it easy enough. And we can build as high as we want because we can just jump back into the water. I know this is kind of ugly, but this is how I mark it for when I'm coming from far away, so I know where it is. Even though the village is a good marker, I want the specific marker for the tunnel to the stronghold, to the portal itself, I mean. I'm sure there's probably a little bit more of that area we could have explored, but as far as the immediate area, I explored it, and I don't want to spend ages exploring it since I do have to get off soon, so I have to start heading home. This is a nice view up here. Nice view. Now, which way do I have to go home? I don't know. It's a good question. I think it's that way. No. We went along trees, so I think it's... I don't know. I guess I'll find out when I get down. Okay, into the water. My profile picture for Twitch. It is a picrew, so you just search picrew on Google. And then you can go through and make a bunch of different, there's a bunch of different ones that you can make from, there are a bunch of different animated, customizable characters you can make. You have to use like a mobile browser for it to work correctly, since it's really hard to use it on, a non-mobile browser. But, yeah, it's called Picrew. It's, Picrew, and you search that on Google, and then you come up, and it's like this, Japanese, I think, website. And then you have to search through and find whatever, look through it and find whatever template ones that you like, and there's a bunch of different ones that are different, like, templates and different types of, characters and different types of items, and you can just make a character with it, and then you save the photo, and then you can use that. So, that's what I use for my profile picture. I could technically use just me as a profile picture, and I have no issue doing that. I just like making pictures, so. Alright, well, thank you for staying with me for the time that you did. I hope you have a good rest of your day or night, and I will see you again soon then. But, yeah, I could use my photo as a profile picture. I have no issue with using my photo as a profile picture. I just never bothered to, because, I just was having fun making pictures and I wanted to use them, so that's what I did. But, yeah. It's just a picrew. I don't remember what specific one it is. I just find a bunch of different ones each time that I use it and figure out which one I like the items of the best. But I like it. It gives me kind of this, it's like the aesthetic that I like, so it makes it kind of cool and decorative. I do have a few photos of myself that I'd be fine using as like a profile picture for it, but I just never bothered because I like making pictures. My personal channel does have a photo of me for my profile picture, and my Facebook account has a profile picture that's me, but my Facebook account is personal, and that's not linked to anything in the online world. I will eventually have an Instagram profile picture that's just me, but it's still technically matching with my partner, and I don't want him to get pissy about me changing it, since I was the one that asked him to make a matching profile picture because he wouldn't set anything else for a profile picture. And he wouldn't post about me, so I was like, if you're not going to post about me, can you please, like, put me, like, have, like, a matching profile picture with me, so that back that conversation up a little. Basically, like, I was asking him to post about me, and he didn't want to post about me, and I was fine with that. Like, I was upset, but, like, I was fine with it. So I was like, well, as a compromise, can you have a profile picture that's, like, you and me? And he's like, no. And I was like, okay, alright. And then I left it alone for a while. And then I was like, well, can we just have, like, matching profile pictures that are, like, random things? It's not, like, a picture of you or me. And he's like, fine. And then we ended up choosing one, and we did that for a matching profile picture. And we've had that for a few months. But yeah. So that's the story behind that, and I want to change my profile picture, but I don't want him to be pissy, so I haven't bothered with it yet. His excuse for why he wouldn't post about me was that he doesn't use social media, but he still posts on that account, so I don't know. It's just an excuse, and I'm not going to argue with him, so I just left it alone. He was like, oh, I don't post on social media, so that's why I didn't do it. And I'm like, dude, you posted on social media like 5 times in our relationship. You can still post on social media. Like, he just posted his truck and stuff the other day, too. Or a little while ago, he posted, like, his truck and my truck. His truck and my vehicle on his account, and I was like, so you can post my vehicle but not me, I see how it is, jokingly, but that's a whole bunch of a mess that I don't want to get into of a conversation. So yeah, eventually I'll change my Instagram profile picture to me as well, because I took a bunch of photos that I liked a couple weeks ago, and then the other night, because every once in a while I take a few photos that I really like. There's probably going to be a lag spike because of it loading my stuff back in, since we've been so far away. I also need to write in that book to finish writing for the 30 followers special and writing all the follower names. I wrote down all the follower names in my notepad so that I can write them into the book there, but I just haven't gotten that far yet. I guess I could do that before I get off today, so that we finally have the follower garden finished instead of it just being half finished. Well, we got plenty of bookshelves to use for a future project, which is nice. We got a few more books, we got some paper, we got some gunpowder that we picked up, we got a enchanted book, we have the Eye of Enders to put back in here, we got 2 more diamonds, and we got some iron. So, pretty good. Decent trip. Not the worst trip by any means. I'll probably play off stream and get quite a few more levels racked back up by sitting at the spawner for a while, since I don't like being on low levels. I was at like level 80 before I started enchanting things a bunch, and because I also want to name this axe since it's my Silk Touch axe. Yeah. Hopefully we can go to the end soon in one of the next couple streams, because I don't have any... I'm not afraid of the end compared to the nether. I actually would rather go in the end than the nether. It's fairly easy to beat the ender dragon, and I'm pretty used to it, and it should go okay. Actually, what I was going to look up is if I need nether wart to make slow falling potions. Yeah, you need nether wart. So what I'm going to have to do is go back into the nether and try to find nether wart, because I still haven't found nether wart. Oh. Okay. So they can also be in bastions. And you can get nether wart blocks from piglins. So maybe I don't have to go find nether wart. Maybe I can just take a bunch of gold and go trade with some piglins and try to get some nether wart blocks from them. Maybe? I have to change out one of my armor pieces to be gold so that I don't tick them off. But I have to fix my armor first. Alright, well before I get off, I think what I'll do is try to Why is it not repairing? These all have mending. Why are they not repairing? They should be repairing. I'll probably repair my stuff by going to the skeleton farm, and then I'll try to go either today on stream or off stream. I'm gonna try to go to the Nether and trade a bunch with piglins and get some nether wart blocks so I can get nether wart, hopefully, because I don't want to have to search through the nether to find a whole different stronghold, because that stronghold that we found doesn't have, not stronghold, fortress, that fortress that we found doesn't have nether wart as far as I can find, so I need to find nether wart. But first I need to repair my stuff before I head over there, so, because I need nether wart to brew potions, and I need potions to survive the end a little easier and quicker. And I also wanted to make some other potions that I couldn't make because I didn't have nether wart, so I really would like to have a nether wart farm going. That would be very useful. So, I think I'll just change the item to a helmet, because I'd rather have feather falling than have all the extra respiration and stuff, as far as like whether I'd want to trade off my boots or my helmet. But I have to repair all these tools. I do have to take her out. Oh shoot, it's way later than I thought it was. I have to take her out right now. Okay, I'm gonna sit here while I take the dog out. I'll be right back. Alright, so I do have to say a few more things and then I'm gonna head off for the night. I'll play a little bit off stream until he gets home. So that I can get these things leveled up, not leveled up, so I can heal all of my armor and items and stuff. But I just realized and remembered outside that I will not be streaming tomorrow. I don't normally have a schedule to stream tomorrow, but I have been streaming on Tuesdays and Thursdays once in a while. I won't be streaming tomorrow for sure because tomorrow is counseling or therapy for me, so I don't have the time to stream. I will be playing off stream because while she's talking, I'm usually playing Minecraft in the background since it's a phone call and it helps me to be able to have a distraction to be able to talk about things. But I won't be streaming tomorrow. I'll probably be playing off stream, so I'll try to get those netherwort blocks and get like a netherwort farm going so I can have some netherwort for making potions so that we can go to the end very soon. But other than that, I will be streaming again on Wednesday for sure, so I will see you guys then, and then I'll figure out what to do with the rest of the week. Hopefully by the time I see you guys then, we'll have some netherwort for once, but I don't know. Depends on how well the trades go. So yeah, I will be getting off for now because he'll be getting home soon and I don't want the dog to bark a bunch while I'm streaming. So for now, I will see you guys next time, which will be Wednesday, and hopefully I'll have some more progress to show you guys. Thank you guys so much for joining. I hope you have a good rest of your day and a good rest of your week. I am ever so grateful for all of you for sticking around with me and helping me start out the week and spend some time chatting with you guys. Be sure to take care of yourselves, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!